Excellent!
Hello everyone and welcome to the week after the remodel. We were so excited, everything is fixed and updated and all the construction's done and everything. Then we realized, oh no, there's a bunch of other stuff we need to do now, putting stuff away. Of course, cleaning up Hannah's mess, but I promised you guys when we started actually making food in the new kitchen, I would show you guys. We just cooked our first ever actual meal. Apart from breakfast, of course, my wife made it and it is prepared on the table and we're about to eat it. We got some blackened chicken, some green beans, and some long grain and wild rice. Delicious. All right, so a couple days have passed. Hero wants me to pet him. I can't do that right now, big boy. Just wait a minute. I've made some minor changes. Basically, I moved the couch over here and I moved our makeshift TV over there. And I now can update this wall of toilet paper and stuff that's blocking Hannah from the tech area because we have had that arrive, which is some fencing that's gonna go in the corner. But the couch is there under the window now, and the only other thing that's really changed is that there's a computer out here now. I brought that out here last night because we were playing video games on it, playing some Overwatch. And part of the reason for that is because it's my birthday. Yay, birthday, quarantine, lots of fun. So obviously the huge party, surprise party with hundreds of people attending and the laser light show and all the puppies had to be canceled. But we're making the best of it here at home. I have, I think, the best birthday present ever, which is of course my daughter and my wife, but second best birthday present ever is the completed kitchen. So we're gonna take advantage of that today and try to make up some tasty meals in celebration of my birthday. We're starting with breakfast. Pancakes.
Look who's where she's not supposed to be.
Uh-oh. Sausages too. Delicious pancakes coming along. Sausages splattering on a nice new stovetop. Gosh. Alright, we got pancakes, sausages, scrambled eggs, and coffee, of course. What do you think, Hannah? Is it delicious? That's a yes. Very fluffy eggs, babe. Give the pancakes a try. Those are also quite good.
Hey everyone, Mrs. Paul here, and we are on a field trip to the butchery.
Breakfast was delicious, but now we're on to lunch. Diana went to the store because we haven't gone in over a couple weeks, and I heard birthday steaks. Ooh, turkey. Some bacon for the BLTs for lunch. Ooh, ribeye. So we're making BLTs. We're starting with sourdough, lightly toasted, still warm, and we're gonna add mayonnaise. The way I do BLTs is actually a BLM because I don't like tomato. I don't put tomato on it. I put bacon, lettuce, and mayonnaise. Fortunately for you purists out there, my wife does like tomato on certain things, and she is having it today, so there will be a true BLT. Next we have the bacon, the B, 2 pieces and a half should be enough for one. Now for mine, all we need to do is add the T, and the L, just lettuce. We have some butter lettuce here, nice little pile. Ooh, danger. But because it's my birthday and we're making things special, we also have some avocado. No, that's perfect. But there it is, though. My BLT with avocado, or blam. It's a blam. Bacon, lettuce, avocado, and mayo.
I feel like this avocado is gonna shoot out. Come on. Okay.
Want an extra hand?
I got it. All right, I'm not getting points for execution right now. I'm too hungry. I just want to eat right now. Give me the sandwich.
We have to make a video.
Give me the sandwich.
Yeah.
Wait, how do they do it on the shows? They need to...
We gotta prop it up on some
All
mashed
right.
potatoes.
Is that how they do it?
That's pretty good. That's not bad.
Okay, let's eat.
Okay.
I'm so hungry. More.
That's really good. Man, that lunch was good. Okay, to celebrate my birthday, we're gonna try to mount the TV back on the wall once again because Hannah is making progress on the wall. I have the TV mount, my drill, I've got the bolts and everything. I made a little template, but we need the TV. TV's here now. Just gonna give it a quick clean. So I'm gonna have 3 shelves over there and then the TV above them, so adding up the space I want between them and the width of the shelves, and I got about 40 inches that I want to the bottom of the TV. But I set the TV up here so I could set the bracket on there so I can measure distance from here to here, so 40 inches plus that to the bottom hole. So I use a stud finder to mark up the wall where I thought the stud was. I have what I'm pretty sure is the center line of the stud there, and this is about the 44.5 inch mark where I want to drill first hole. Hannah's got a spoon. TV is in place and mostly level even. And here's what we've ended up with for the time being. Still running off a laptop for now, but we've got 4K TV back set up, wall mounted, and then just a temporary desk over here with some nice speakers so we can have a little bit better sound. Of course, I will need to put the HTPC back here. That's gonna be wall mounted again. I think I'm gonna wait to do that until I get the shelves installed that I'm planning on installing, and I'm really not sure when that's gonna happen, but I'm gonna get back to enjoying my birthday. How about that? Time to make steaks. Gonna be using the cast iron, and this is just a regular, normal way to make really good steaks. Helps if you have a good cut like a ribeye or maybe a fillet. All we're using is kosher salt, fresh ground black pepper. We need paper towels on standby. First thing's gonna be to salt and pepper, and we do that about 10 minutes before we actually cook them. So here's our choice bone-in ribeye, looking just beautiful there. And then we got our prime boneless ribeye that's right here. And you want these to be close to room temperature if possible, so I took them out of the fridge a couple hours ago to get close to room temperature. Oh, I can just feel how soft that meat is. First thing we're gonna do is pat them dry. Pat them as dry as we can with paper towels. Nice and dry. Next we're gonna salt and pepper liberally on each side. I like the kosher salt for this because it's got big flakes that stick to the meat pretty well. Gonna get both sides, and again from here we're doing about a 10 minute countdown. The salt is going to pull the moisture from the inside of the steak towards the outside, which is good, but we also don't want it to happen too much. So about 10 minutes after you put the salt on is when you want to put them on the actual cast iron. So about 5 minutes from now, I will start this heating up so it can get nice and hot. Oh yeah, pepper too. Fresh ground black pepper, liberally. Make sure there's some pepper on every little bit. Started the heat on the cast iron with about 5-6 minutes until I want to put the meat on. Got the glove ready for that, and I've also got some olive oil ready to put onto the meat just before it goes onto the cast iron, and I'm also going to put some of that directly onto the cast iron itself. We are almost ready. This is starting to smoke. We want it super hot, so that's good. Gonna cook, about 4 minutes aside is regular for about a regular cut, which this is about a regular one. This is a little bit thicker, maybe an inch here, maybe a little bit more there. I'm gonna go like 3 minutes and 45 seconds aside for this one, and a little over 4 minutes aside for that one. Time to add olive oil to pan. Oh, and you know what else I should do right now? Hey, this is what we had our hood for. Go on level 4. Yeah. Light coating of oil on either side of each steak. I'm just gonna do one side and then I'll put this side face down on the pan and then I'll do the other side while it's in the pan. Good. Now this should be the easy part because you don't have to do anything. Don't push down on them, don't poke them, don't turn them. You should only turn these once midway through cooking. Now you just gotta wait and smell. Definitely, alright, there's our beef. Nice. I'm just waiting about 10 more seconds for that one. Once they're done, we're just going to move them to a resting plate like this one, cutting board, and they need to rest. You need to let it sit and do nothing to it for 10 minutes, maybe 10 to 15. That way the juices can distribute and you won't end up drying out the meat by cutting into it too early. One more piece to pull out here. Oh, those look tasty. May I just point out, you know, we've been cooking all day today and it's been great, but one of the most awesome things is that we just cooked cast iron steaks and they were putting off a lot of smoke and everything, and it was all getting sucked right up into the hood and up and out the roof. The only people who are mad about that are the dogs probably, because it doesn't smell quite as densely of red meat in here. And there it is, you guys. Delicious breakfast. Delicious birthday dinner. We've got ribeyes. We've got rice pilaf. Yes, you're gonna get food too, Hannah, I promise. Got some delicious looking asparagus right over there, and of course, some sourdough bread. A little bit of Merlot that should pair nicely with the steak. Yep, that's perfect. That's really good. Here's a look at both in case you're wondering. This is the bone-in ribeye, the prime, or the choice on top, and this is the prime on the bottom. I think they're both ideal. So I think I had a really nice birthday. I mean, all things considered, with the lockdown and not being able to go out or do much, had some really good food, took advantage of the new kitchen, and it's great to be able to cook food in there and also to clean up afterwards. Both really, really nice, convenient things. It's the next day though. I didn't get much filming done after we finished those steaks because I pretty much had a food coma after that. But we did get that TV set up yesterday, and the corner over here is still just being protected by some bags of toilet paper and stuff. Those are obviously way too valuable to just be stashed there in the corner. So, a couple unboxings to do real quick. One, some fencing. Two, we got a new toaster oven. Also does air frying. So there it is, the gate. We just wanted something that was a little bit more sturdy than the typical baby gate options that they have for babies and pets. This one's sectional, so it comes with 3 pieces and a door, and then I got 1 extra piece, so hopefully we have enough to kind of come off this wall and wrap around and go over into there. Once I get the shelves and stuff, we'll work out how that's actually going to work. So I'm gonna worry about setting this all up a little bit later, but part of the reason I got this one specifically was the accessories it comes with. These pieces, I believe, connect each section of the gate together, and then these, I believe, are some wall mounts. So I can actually make some secure wall mounts on either end to keep it hopefully secure. Because air is the new way to fry. Voila. Look, it tucks perfectly into the corner. Can still kind of reach the switch. So here's the fence implementation. As you can see, completely impervious to the child down there, which is helped by... Oh, she's smiling. You're so cute, baby. I did have to back it up a little bit with some of the TP and sandbag, and that's just because it's not mounted to the wall yet. Once it's mounted to the wall, it will do a much better job. But for now, it is fencing doing its job. I'm happy to report that the TV is still attached to the wall as well, but I have a very exciting package that has just arrived, which is right over there, because I don't know if you've noticed, but right here we have a couple vents that are just gaping holes, marring our otherwise completed remodeling project. Oh, hello down there. And we got two of these in here. These are technically called return air grills. We got 24 by 8 inch. And we could have cut notches in the baseboard here, but we decided not to. They're gonna sit a bit higher than these actual frames are, but it should still be small enough to tuck underneath that door right there. I'm just gonna need to drill some holes, some pilot holes. Hannah, you should not be playing with that. And then I can install these. They come with screws. This is easy. Actually, she shouldn't be grabbing this either. Oh no. Cool, so that fits there. I'm pretty sure this is the angle that the fins are supposed to be at. Over here, it's just gonna be mounting into drywall because the studs aren't right up against the edge of the drywall. Here I'm going into the wood, so that's good. Just adding an anchor on this side since I drilled just a little bit too far out to actually hit the stud while still having the vent centered. Vent number 1 is in. The second vent has some flashing, some metal flashing going around the edge of the vent opening. So I decided to not try to drill all the way through it, but I just drilled through the drywall part right here. Then I put in the anchors. They're gonna stick out a little bit, but that's okay because this thing has a little bit of a depth to it, so it should still cover it up. Oh, and I grabbed some shorter screws for over here. Hooray, we have new and updated vents. This was one of the things from pre-remodel that was in really bad shape. They were kind of rusted and discolored and bent out of shape and stuff, so it's really nice to have new ones installed, and it looks way better than the gaping holes that were there before. So one thing that's been a constant for the past couple months has been my time-lapse setups. I have a couple GoPros. This is a Hero 7 Black, and I'm using that with an adapter for the GoPro mount down to a magic arm and then up into a camera clamp, and then that's to a actual clamp, which before I would just mount to like any of these walls or top pieces to get a top-down view. But now I'm being a little bit more careful with the new walls. I have a coaster there as a pressure spreader, and then you know, some rags or old pieces of t-shirt and sweatpants. That's my super awesome rig. Pair it with an AC adapter and you can plug it in and get a lot of time-lapse time out of a 256 gig micro SD card, which is cool. Only problem is they freeze up sometimes, so I have to check them often. It seems to happen when they're plugged into the same wall outlet as the equipment they're using for the construction work. I would also attach one over there in the corner to the bricks on the fireplace. But now, I suppose it's time to take them down. But I think I'll use it one more time, because I need to take care of this big pile of boxes. My recycling bin is really full. But this area over here is cleaned up, or at least it's in much better shape than it was before. I've kind of separated things into quadrants. So over there is like the dog area with dog food and a place to prepare the dog food. Right here we got some tools, random stuff. I call this like house mats, a lot of the manuals that came with the appliances and stuff. Here we have a table for incoming stuff as we continue to process the stuff outside. We're going to have a donation pile underneath some of the bins that have been brought in from outside. And then of course this cabinet and countertop, we want to start like pretending like we're actually going to use it. So mostly right now that is food storage. Well, it's Friday now. I think it's Friday. Are there even days of the week anymore in 2020? Is that even something? I think that's something that we can leave behind. Days of the week are stupid and useless, and we shouldn't pay any attention to them anymore. What I am realizing though is that I don't really have a finishing point for this video. With the other stuff, I was like, you know, a week goes by and that's a video, or the remodel construction is finished, so that's a video. For this one, I guess I can just finish off by talking about some of the things I've learned or realized, or just facts for the week after, the post-remodel time period thing. So I think there's different ways to do a remodel. There's what we did, which was the remodel was done here on our home, and we were living here in the back of the house. That was useful in some ways because we were here and we were available to talk to the contractors and everything, but it also meant we had to deal with the dust and noise and all that stuff, so that made it a little bit challenging. Sometimes people will like go and live somewhere else or in a hotel or something like that for a while, and then they have the remodel done over a month or two and then they move back in. I can see the advantages of that as well, but for what it's worth, the points I'm gonna make right now are mostly for the way we did it. So one thing is that everything's gonna take a while to sort of fit back into place. And as you can see, our countertops are fairly cluttered with different stuff, like a bunch of wine bottles and stuff right there, which we're gonna store down here, and then we realized right next to the dishwasher where it gets hot and humid probably isn't the best spot. So we gotta find a better spot for those. But more to the point, I had this idea in my mind, like it was gonna be finished, and then like we're gonna have these immaculate countertops with one or two like strategically placed things that could be out. But that's not the case, at least until we work out getting everything coordinated back into the cupboards where they need to go. And that's just gonna take more time than we've had available in the past week because of childcare and other concerns. So in the final remodel construction video, I asked if you guys wanted to see a full time lapse of the entire project from beginning to end. A lot of people said they would, so I think I am gonna do that. But I'm gonna wait until I can also show hopefully the finished everything, like in the state that we would like to have it, like if we were gonna have guests come over or something like that and everything was cleaned and tidied and put away. So at that point, I will hopefully give you guys like the final shots of all the work that was done. Speaking of final stuff, I never took down this time-lapse camera. Okay, I did leave a few small marks, but I'll fix that soon. Also worth mentioning, and I know it's been said before, but the dust from remodeling, especially if you do anything that involves sanding, drywall work, is pervasive. And it doesn't necessarily go away once you like get the floor installed or put the final coat of paint on. So just remember, you're gonna need to vacuum and re-vacuum many times, and I would very much recommend changing the filter or cleaning the filter on your vacuum before, during, and after the remodel. In fact, that's something that I'm probably gonna do later today. Also, chances are you're gonna have leftovers. So down here I have a stash of leftover flooring. We actually have quite a bit of extra flooring, and rather than return that or look into return options, I think we're gonna keep this because we might end up doing one of the rooms with the same flooring, and we have enough for that. Also got some spare tile over there. So I guess another project I have coming pretty soon is clearing and making some more space in the garage for some additional storage, because I need a place for my house mats. More house mats over here, like all these brackets that went for the sink and other appliance installation. Like, I don't have an immediate use for these, but I know at some point it's like I need a metal bracket to screw something in with and secure something, and these are gonna come in handy, guarantee it. But then I guess the last thing to point out is just gonna be like odd jobs. Little things are going to keep coming up over and over again, and hopefully they'll kind of ease up over time. But one of the things I found when I was cleaning up was this bag of mostly wall panels for plugs and stuff, but it also has these door stoppers for my front door. And where else? I don't know where the other one's from. And now our front door can open and it won't hit the wall. Hooray! Hey, I should paint our front door. Add that to the list. We should get a new welcome mat too. And it's funny, I've been vlogging all week and I haven't even shown you guys any of my ongoing battle with the birds who are trying to make a nest on our front porch. perhaps in a future video. But guys, that is going to wrap it up for this video. So on behalf of Hero and myself and my family, we know you have a choice in which YouTube videos you watch, so we thank you for watching Paul's Hardware. If you enjoyed this video, maybe hit the thumbs up button and check out the video description down there for links to stuff. Check out my store where you can buy some super sweet merch at paulshardware.net. Thank you all so much for your feedback and everything on the remodel and the coverage I did of that, because it is great to hear from so many of you guys, and it seems at least a few people have gotten some ideas from what we did, or at least been enticed into buying a dishwasher or something like that. So hopefully that works out for you guys. Thanks again for watching though. We'll see you in the next one.